Well, warrdaddys back in the house. Greetings from the compound and the CSA. I'm wearing my Confederate States of America colors because I just celebrated Independence Day. But I am segregated myself to the South. Succession is a constitutional right, and therefore I've invoked it. I haven't been on in a while, but I had to come on and check out a few items. I've been on YouTube. I just haven't been putting up any videos, but it looks like the New World Order has run into some resistance lately. The patriots, the groups, and the other people on YouTube and around the around the globe have exposed so much of their tyranny lately. It's amazing. They're trying their best to regulate the internet, and hopefully for everybody's sake that won't happen. The internet's about the only way you can really find out what the truth is and the real deal. And there's a bunch of BS on here too, but for the most part, you can find out what you need to know. This administration's something else. I just watched a couple of days ago the Ruby Ridge incident. I watched some on Waco, and I watched the Timothy McVeigh biography, and it's clearly evident to me that Clinton, Janet Reno, and the rest of the clones they had, half of them are in the Obama administration now, but they had to be the worst group that we had in a long time as far as just murdering people. You couldn't cross them. Awful funny people in the Clinton administration. If you crossed him, your plane went down. You committed suicide. But you don't go against those guys. They're pretty ruthless. Obama's that, and then some. They're trying their best, but it hadn't worked. The H1N1 hysteria didn't work, thanks to the internet and other means of people getting the message out to do not take the vaccination. And now I read the other day where all the leftover stockpiled H1N1 vaccinations just went out of date a few days ago. They're worthless. All that money, it's taxpayers' dollars. They didn't have an estimation on it, but it's millions. Or the hysteria didn't catch on just quite right. But boy, they sure tried. So now the taxpayer foots the bill. When the government fucks up, and something that they do doesn't turn out just right, which is pretty much everything they do, somehow Johnny Taxpayer picks up the dime. All I know is when I go out and invest or try to make a business deal in the past, if it didn't work out, I footed the bill for my losses. I'm the one that took the loss, but the government, they're never held accountable. They've got the taxpayers' dollars, and at that point, they don't care. Liberals always want to save the world with your money. So when you talk about taking their money, no, and the world isn't so important. But if it's your dime, hey, let's save the world. And I would say Obama and Clinton and all the rest of them, the puppet heads, they're saving the world. That's what they're doing. What they're trying to do is turn America over to the world, and they try hard every day. But thank God for the patriot groups and the other people of the resistance. I finally found my motivation to get fired up about the political scenery. I still watch it, keep up with it, but at times I just don't feel like coming on. So when I do, I write. If you want to check out some of my writings, you can look at the Bleeding Dark 88 on YouTube. It's a book I'm trying to write called Apocalyptic Writings of the New World Order. Stories of oppression and personal struggle. There's audio clips and video. It's more or less an audio book. It should hopefully be written and published soon. It's just short writing. I come across an interesting thing that I want to read to you. This could explain why my wife was removed from Social Security disability, but this is untitled, but it says the retirement nest egg of an entire generation is stashed in a small town on the Ohio River. It's $2.5 trillion in IOUs from the federal government payable to the Social Security Administration. You know, $2.5 trillion in IOUs, which an IOU from our government doesn't sit very well with me. But it says maybe it's time to start cashing them in, because for more than 2 decades, Social Security collected more in payroll than it paid out in benefits, $1 billion more each year. But not anymore. This year is the first time since the 80s that it's projected to pay out more in benefits than it will collect, and it's going to have to pay out $29 billion more than it collects. So today is here when Social Security is finally broke. And that explains why Alabama's cutting people off. They've abused it, tapped it dry, used it unwisely, and now the money's gone. They've spent it on programs. They said the government had preferred to borrow from Social Security than foreign creditors. In return, the Treasury Department issued a stack of IOUs in the form of Treasury bonds, which are kept in an office building just down the street from the Parkersburg Municipal Office. But now the government will have to borrow even more money, much of it abroad, just to pay back the IOUs. The government is projected to post a record $1.5 trillion budget deficit this year, and it's followed by trillion to come for years. But the shortfall won't affect current benefit holders. As long as the IOUs last, the benefits will keep flowing. But the experts say it's a warning sign that the program's finances are deteriorating. Boy, that took a real big expert to note that one. We've been aware of that for quite some time. So it's not just a wake-up call. This is it. Well, lo and behold, there we go. That's why they're cutting people off that have been on it. People that deserve it. They're getting cut off now because they're broke. You know, the IOUs are unique bonds because they're on paper. They're stored in a 3-ring binder in the bottom drawer of a white metal filing cabinet in the Bureau of Public Department, or the Bureau of Public Debt. It says one bond's worth a little more than $15.1 billion, another's valued at under $10.7 billion. In all, the agency has $2.5 trillion in bonds, but they're all backed by the full faith and credit of the U.S. government. So that's pretty interesting information. Not surprising. I'll tell you, I'm going to give a big salute to all the forefathers who fought on this anniversary of yesterday was the anniversary. Or no, Sunday actually, when we gained independence. So I feel inspired once again, because I feel that we probably will have to try to gain our independence once again. Except this time it's going to be a whole lot different of a ball game. We're fighting England before and Britain. This time we'll have to fight amongst us, I'm sure. But our government is certainly out of control. It's clear and evident that they're trying to impose their will. They're trying to turn us over to the hands of the New World Order. We're the last stronghold. If we give up our guns and America's streets are clear of guns, that's it. Europe give their guns up, they line up, hand them in, no problem. I don't see that happening in America. You can't get people to unite for much, but that is one subject that people that can agree on anything, they can agree that they will not give up their right to bear arms, and I'm thankful for that, because that's the one thing that will unite us and everyone else. There's 200 million guns on the streets of America. That's an army large enough to destroy any army ever known to man. So the New World Order's gonna have a tough time in America, and I feel like we're ready to go and stand our ground. So I'll give out a big hell yeah for America and the patriot groups. I'll be back soon. War Daddy out.